2017 was a thrilling year in the CAM's Australian Rally Championship. This year, the ARC is celebrating an impressive milestone. 50 years. Today's young stars share the same passion and skill that drove the legends before them. And they're armed with the fastest cars ever seen in the ARC. A rich history, a promising future. And the next chapter starts in Ballarat. Hello and welcome to the CAM's Australian Rally Championship and the ARC Hub. 2018 is a special year. The 50th year of the ARC starts in historic Ballarat, Western Victoria. The Courier Eureka Rally is the first event of an extended 6-round calendar. The annual stop in WA is next. Canberra once again doubles as a round of the Asia Pacific Rally Championship. The spectacular Tasmanian scenery makes a welcome return in July. South Australia retains its September slot, and the final round again coincides with the World Rally Championship on the New South Wales Coast in November. The ARC's 50th year is an exciting time for the sport. The current stars are young and the new generation cars spectacular.
The battle in 2017 was intense. 4 drivers pushing right to the limit.
100. Very fast, right 8, can't open. Oh, stop! Oh, man.
Machinery was hammered until breaking point.
6 left, opens very long. To flat press. Okay, don't.
We an engine. Start an engine.
Yep.
The pain of falling short, unbearable.
Yeah, we had to stop. Calm down. It's all good.
It's not all good.
The fight went all the way to Coffs Harbour.
Nathan Quinn events the annual Rally Australia outright winners here today in the ARC.
But in 2018, the title has been left vacant.
There's no defending champ, but the field has expanded. It's a mixture of youth and familiar faces.
Former champions are paired with new co-drivers. But the part you're really going to love? New generation cars that look and sound the business.
More cars, more stars, more events. This is the 50th anniversary of the CAM's Australian Rally Championship.
So this is how they line up for 2018. There are 2 former champions in the field, Eli Evans and Molly Taylor, and they both have new co-drivers. Harry Bates and John McCarthy step into the new Toyota Yaris AP4. Harry's brother Lewis takes over the S2000 Corolla and will be guided by former champion co-driver Dale Moscott. Wayne Morton is another emerging driver to watch out for. Third in last year's championship, John O'Dowd is back, and ARC2 returns for state-level crews. The Eureka Rally featured on last year's calendar for the first time in over 4 decades. Ballarat's fast and challenging forest roads, a great location for the championship opener.
For me, coming back here is probably a little bit of pressure on for this weekend, but it's bringing back some really, really good memories.
Bill Hayes, my co-driver previously, decided to hang up his helmet, but we've got Malcolm Reed from New Zealand across the ditch.
To be an all-wheel drive car is excellent. The Mini Cooper's it's got massive potential. We've only just scratching the surface of how fast it can be. Heaps of grunt, heaps of power, lots of torque, and brakes exceptionally. It's the best car that I've ever driven, that's for sure.
This car has a lot of history, built by Motorsport. Dad won the championship in it in 2008. Harry won 2 rallies in it last year, and now it's been passed down to me.
As competitors, we want to race against the best in Australia and beat the best in Australia, so it's looking like we've got the best drivers here, or most of the best drivers here, so to win this round is very important.
The opening round, Ballarat, Victoria. Sprint format rules break the event into 2 heats. Points are awarded for both days. The overall winner, the driver with the most points. Crews headed northeast of town for Heat 1. 4 stages, run twice, 118 kilometres in total, with just the one 30-minute service. First away, the MRF Mini. Harry Bates' new Toyota Yaris, a sight and sound to behold.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 200.
The big question for this car, overheating issues that have hampered its first few outings.
Flat crest 50, flat right crest 100. Clip 6 left minus in on crest 50. 6 left in 80, late 3 left plus.
Crews set off at 3-minute intervals. The extra minute to help clear the dust. One stage down, and the Toyota Yaris was living up to the expectations.
Got him by 7.
Second okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, nice. Solid.
Returning to the championship, 2009 runner-up Glenn Raymond. The 32-year-old Victorian, first of the big names to strike trouble. Fourth stage, and dramas for the 2016 champ.
Long. 60. You're up?
Yeah.
Yeah, cold brakes, mate. 120. I'm going to punch her now.
Yeah, it was we had a slow puncture.
The Subaru Do Motorsport team nearly 4 minutes down on Harry Bates by the midday service.
Certainly, the focus is to try and salvage as many places as we can. But yeah, being realistic about that and not trying to do anything silly. But yeah, we definitely, we're really encouraged by the pace this morning, and we think there's more to come. And for me, I want to see what we can go out and do.
We've got a bit of oversteer happening. Daryl thinks it's a bit low in the front, so just going to measure that before we start. Here's the car coming in now.
16 seconds is a really nice buffer to have, but in reality it's been really close in the stage times, and you've had different people winning different stages. So if we could build it on this afternoon, that would be awesome, but we're just going to have to go out, bring it home and try cement the result, I think.
Driving the S2000 Corolla that won this rally 12 months ago, Lewis Bates. Fourth at the midday service.
6 left, 60. Slide right, 20. 5 right plus in on crest. 80. 4 left, in. 50.
Tarmac specialist Steve Glennie at the wheel of the 2016 title-winning Subaru WRX. An early stage win and plenty of commitment left Glennie challenging Harry Bates for the lead.
Your crest commit.
Glennie not the only driver hitting the jumps hard.
Middle crest commit, 200. Short 5 left clip.
Bates lead 14 seconds, headed to the final stage of the day in Ballarat.
My favourite stage would be Ross Creek. Very fast, you've got a mixture of some really nice flowing sections and then you go into the narrower forest, but it's still very fast, and even though it's quite narrow and technical, you've still got a really nice rhythm throughout the whole stage.
Enfield is probably my favourite in terms of it's rough, it's narrow and it's still fast, but there's a lot of banks and tree stumps that are going to catch you out, so being fast through that stage and being the fastest will be a big achievement, and that's what we'll be aiming to do.
Ballarat, Victoria, the opening round of the CAMS Australian Rally Championship. The opening heat for the season, 40 points on the line. West Aussie Brad Markovic finished the day 6th overall and 1st in ARC2. A great start to his second season working with co-driver Tony Fever.
Brow and left 4 plus, very long, continues up. Into stay middle, flat brow, 70.
Pushing to catch the leader, Steve Glennie claimed the final stage win of the day. It wasn't enough to catch second-generation star Harry Bates.
Flat crest 50, 5 left plus hook. 60.
We did it.
That's a day.
That's a day.
That's a day. Nice.
Yeah.
Massive thanks to all the boys.
The first heat win for the new Toyota Yaris AP4. 5 out of 8 stage wins and no signs of overheating. A good day for Harry Bates. Career best result for his brother Lewis Bates too. Molly Taylor recovered for a solid top 5. Frustrating heat for Adrian Coppin in the AP4 Peugeot.
Honestly, didn't expect this. We set out today to have a consistent day, and yeah, we've achieved everything we wanted to achieve. Some good stage times in there. Yeah, I'm really happy. Really nice to be here and to have finally given the team what they deserve, and you know, they put a lot of hard work into this Toyota Yaris, so yeah, great to have the first win.
Unique to 2018, ARC Heroes will celebrate 50 years of the CAMS Australian Rally Championship. Let's look back at famous cars and legendary drivers. First up, the rallies. Victoria held the first round of the ARC in 1968, and the late Frank Kilfoyle took the victory in a Ford Cortina. Since then, there have been over 300 rounds of the Australian Rally Championship. Regular events became nationally renowned, such as the physically demanding Alpine Rally. The great Greg Carr conquered the Alpine 6 times, more than any other driver. The biggest regular event on the ARC calendar has to be Rally Australia. From magical floodlit super special stages in Perth to its current home on the picturesque Coffs Coast, New South Wales, Rally Australia has brought international attention to the ARC for over 25 years and will do so again this November. For now, it's back to the 314th event, the Courier Eureka Rally Ballarat. Heat 2, south of Ballarat. A mix of narrow forest roads and open paddocks. 8 stages, littered with rocks, posts and gates. After a difficult first heat, Molly Taylor started the morning with the opening stage win.
What did we do?
I've got a 5:03.8.
Oh, maybe it wasn't so bad then.
No, felt good, mate. Felt good. You're very committed.
Her first stage win with new co-driver Malcolm Reed. Taylor's good fortune quickly ran dry. A brush with the wildlife damaged the Subaru's power steering.
Flat, small crest, go 50.
Help me. Good.
You're right.
I need your hands.
Hands. Go 50, slight left. His long 5 right minus.
That promoted Heat 1 winner, Harry Bates, straight back to the top.
And long for left, plus over crest, nips. Into 4 right. flat right.
In pursuit, Steve Glennie. Glenn Raymond trying to recover from a tough opening day. And three-time champ Eli Evans. The MRF Mini still plagued by overheating issues, but Evans enjoyed the ride.
Short left 9, wiggles 150. Well done.
Bit of time on the tarmac, but well, it was neat. There was no errors, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Just 25 seconds covered the top 4 at the midday service.
Ballarat's, a really great place for a rally. It's the right sort of size town for it. It gets a lot of support. There's a lot of people passionate about motorsport around town, and the roads around here are really fantastic. We get to go out into the forest and see not only the town itself, but also the scenery that surrounds Ballarat. And for me, that's the best part of rallying, and also the best part of visiting these places.
CAM's Australian Rally Championship, Round 1, final day.
I'm getting beaten still, so again, not entirely happy, but we're going to make some changes now as we get into the Enfield stage, which is quite narrow and rough, and trying to basically smooth the car up to make it a little bit easier on those stages to drive and see if we can shorten the gap to the leaders.
Yeah, it is good to actually get some sort of motorsport in. Unfortunately, 2 flats yesterday because of a brake caliper problem, and then the rear diff actually broke, and funnily enough, I've got a Gumtree one, literally that's done probably 200,000 Ks. No, it's just doing whatever it wants, but at least we're out there.
Yeah, we've got a 14-second lead now, which is, not heaps, but it's a nice buffer to have, and we're just going to have to hopefully maintain this afternoon, I think. There's no point pushing too hard, but if you step off the gas too much, then 14 seconds is very easy to lose. So I think for us, it's all about keeping our rhythm at this point.
Back to work after the service, and Harry Bates still in control. For the second consecutive day, Lewis Bates left the midday service inside the top 5. The fight outside the top 5, intriguing. Molly Taylor with time to make up. Adrian Coppin, wounded after clipping a post. And ARC regular Andrew Penny, all covered by less than 20 seconds. Glenn Raymond capped off his impressive return, 3rd in Heat 2. An outright podium for Eli Evans, a solid points haul to start the year. Second on both days, Steve Glennie proved his versatility. The dominant force once again in Ballarat, Harry Bates, his second Eureka Rally victory and his first in the new Toyota Yaris AP4. A terrific result for the entire Neil Bates Motorsport crew who built this car.
Hey, good job, man. Good job.
Good job, team. This one's definitely everyone's. Yeah, it was just a really good weekend for the whole team. We had a really tough 2017, and we've worked really hard to turn that around, and to come out swinging like we have in 2018 is, just a testament to everyone's hard work here behind me.
Got comfortable today, pushed on a bit more, but couldn't quite close the gap. But hopefully next event we can find a bit more speed.
I wanted to come here and win, and I made that clear at the start, but we weren't able to. So I think if we can just get a little bit more pace out of the Mini Cooper and just refine my driving, we can be right there.
The overall results, 11 out of 15 stage wins, netting Harry Bates the bonus point and the perfect score. His brother Lewis, one of the great stories of the weekend, 4th overall. Molly Taylor fought bravely for a top 5. Brad Markovic, 1st in ARC2. It's Harry Bates once again leading the championship as they leave Victoria. Congratulations, Harry Bates and John McCarthy. Victorious once again in Ballarat. Next up, it's the Make Smoking History Forest Rally in Busselton, Western Australia. If you'd like to check out that event or get involved in rallying, then head over to the ARC website or Facebook page. Thanks for watching.